Is it back o'clock already?
We are back. It is time to get going again. We are nearing the end of our trip here.
Yeah.
How about I actually pull up our really real DS and not just watch a video of the stream preview?
Yeah.
Here we go. So you may notice we've had a couple of little changes. First off, everybody is leveled up to a nice round number of 69.
Nice.
Except for Mincemeat, who is 72.
Yep.
We have Peninsula, who is a Miss Drevis that probably has his endgame moves. This is a really good spread.
If it's not completely endgame, it's close.
Yeah. This is our coverage. It's not weak to a lot, mostly just Ghost and Dark, and gives us a lot of options. We've got Friday, who has evolved, and her job is to just hit things with an outrage until she gets confused.
And then swap out.
What?
And then swap out.
Yeah, and then swap out. So she's just holding a Draco plate to boost that outrage.
Fine.
What?
Which is fine.
Yeah. Mincemeat is... we've been seeing what kind of work Mincemeat can put in since forever. And the answer to that is a lot in a lot of situations. We've got a new Lucario.
Lucario.
So we need a nickname for this Lucario. But it's got a pretty interesting moveset. And in this hack, actually, there are some new moves available to it that I might be playing around with, including Blaze Kick.
Blaze Kick is not a move new to that hack.
It really isn't?
Nope.
Lucario normally has access to Blaze Kick?
Yep. Starting in Gen 4.
Through level up?
Yep. Yes. I don't know if it's necessarily through level up, but the Lucario that Bruno has in his rematch fight does no Blaze Kick.
Okay. We got Sneck doing Sneck things.
Yeah. Hashtag just Sneck things.
Yeah. And we got Okanoto, who still has the Lucky Egg equipped. We need to fix that.
So, Rusty, you said that we could tell very easily that your team had changed. How was that?
Well, you can see at the top of stream, we've got this team tracker provided by patreon.com/Pokelink. Bam. What am I looking for?
But Rusty, wouldn't it be a hassle to update your Pokemon every time some change happened to your team?
It would be. Luckily, I don't have to.
What?
This is an automatic tracker.
It can automatically track generations 1, 3 through 7?
Yes.
Well, what about generations that it can't automatically track?
Well, in that case, there is a manual tracker for those as well.
So you're saying that I could manually track my generations, my game, no matter which game I'm playing?
Right.
Yes, no matter what.
And
Technology is incredible.
And I would posit, Nathan, that this app makes it not a hassle to even manually track your team. In fact, we do it on our streams.
It is very easy to just manually track your team.
There are some recent episodes. There's some recent episodes of shows that we do that show exactly how easy it is to update.
It is like 2 clicks.
Yeah. Nathan, I suddenly can't see the chat there. What is the...
Well, if you simply go to patreon.com/Pokelink, you can support Pokelink yourself. There is both a free and a paid version.
Yeah. So, if you have the means, we
recommend it.
Yeah, we really like supporting them. If you have the dollars to give, and if you don't have the dollars to give, we completely understand. Well, it's fucked right now, so yeah. That's how it be.
Now, Rusty, did we beat Blaine last time? I remember us being in his gym, but I don't actually remember if we beat him.
We did beat Blaine last time. Blue would not have returned to Viridian if we had not.
Blue is still down there.
I just talked to him and he returned to Viridian.
Perfect.
Keep up, mate.
Well, we were on the other page.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you crap.
I was simply making sure. So, Rusty, if you had to say your destination, your next destination, what would it be?
I'd say that I am on the...
Yeah.
You're not going to kick in with the song there?
No.
Okay.
No, I was just going to let you take it.
You were going to let me do it.
Yeah.
Oh. So you were
But,
trying
you know.
to prompt me unwillingly into singing a song on stream.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the long and short of it.
Okay.
I think we're on the streets of Viridian City.
Speaking of short, he's on the road to Viridian City.
Thank you,
I
Nathan.
might even meet some friends along the way.
Thank you, Nathan. Very cool.
Was that Pidgey your friend?
You should take your photo.
Yeah, before somebody dies.
I didn't say that.
It's a good-looking team.
It is quite a good-looking team.
Yeah.
Are you going to go battle Cal?
No. We'll see. I'm gonna go check in the gym here and see what kind of levels they're at. First, I'm going to turn down our music just a little bit because it's a tiny bit loud there. Alright, here we go.
You're a tiny bit loud.
I think we will probably be able to beat a gym leader here.
Who is
or
gym
a
leader?
gym trainer here, but I do want to check what the levels are and kind of judge whether I want to do some training. Yeah.
When you're streaming, testing your levels is important.
Yarp. That
Anyway, fight me and see.
that be how it do.
This isn't a horrible disparity.
Get it, try to
No,
use
I'm a little worried about blue being maybe up to like 75.
That's not an unfounded fear. 75 seems a little high, but I don't know. The other thing you may want to consider doing, and I don't know if this is particularly great for stream health or not, is if you beat blue, I do think the Elite Four jumps in level. So if you wanted to grind the Elite Four, this would probably be the time to do it.
Yeah.
Again, stream health notwithstanding.
Yeah.
That's what I always do when I play through Johto games that I play through Kanto, is I make sure to go up to but not beat blue, and then do all my grinding against the Elite Four.
Yeah, that's not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I've actually been grinding just west of town here.
Yeah.
Which is better than normal because I have a lucky egg and everything is level boosted quite well.
Yeah. The reason I would do that is because you get a EXP boost when you battle trainers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a... You got the burn there.
Burn! He is a Syrian Grace.
Yeah, I do have a... All of my moves except Aura Sphere are, on Mincemeat, are Serene Grace boosted. And Aura Sphere is there because it never misses, and coverage is good.
Aura Sphere.
I think it's not a bad coverage type.
And having special fighting. I know you've got a Lucario now, but having a special fighting move is not really a bad thing.
Yeah, our Lucario is physically slanted, But right now we've also got Aura Sphere and Dragon Pulse, and he's definitely strong enough to use them both well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 171 special attack is pretty good right there.
Your nature boosts your attack and lowers your speed, so that's why your attack is stronger than your special attack.
Yep.
It's also why your speed is lower than I would.
Yeah,
think.
it's been.
He was also not as fast as he kind of appears.
Yeah.
He's not slow, but he's also not super duper speed.
His lower speed is what prevents him from being utterly bonkers broken. If he had all that he could do and was as fast as he looks like he is.
Yeah.
Golly, that would just be swell.
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing is that he does have weaknesses to several common types, or several common coverage types. Ground, fire, fighting.
Oops.
Yeah, don't ask me to help you with this one.
The gym trainers in this gym did not exist in Generation 2. It's just you walk in and you fight green. Or blue, or whatever you call them.
Blue.
They kind of, in Gen 4, reworked this to be more themed around Trick Room, which is the TM he gives you at the end. And I think the floor tile puzzle, in addition to being a neat little nod to the fact that the leader of Team Rocket used to be the gym leader, it's also a...
I think you go up here.
Yeah. The Gen 3 puzzles, or the original Kanto games, also has a puzzle on spinning tiles like this. So it's thematically appropriate. But also, I just think that this gym fits the Trick Room theme because this room is tricky.
Yeah. There's really only one thing to do here.
Yep.
And it's getting to a double battle. All right.
You can't say double battle without bad.
You tried something there.
Yeah.
I don't particularly think it worked, but you tried something.
In doubles, when you use a
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about that. I'm just looking to see what other options that I have, which is really not a lot.
Yeah. When you use Outrage, Thrash, Pedal Dance, and moves of that ilk, it randomly selects a target.
No!
That's why I would have killed the clay doll first.
I feel you kind of did the double target thing there. So they weren't super duper threat.
Say again?
I said, luckily you did the double target there, so busting.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
No.
No.
Oh, okay. I actually did need to do that.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Your arrogance.
We turned it back into a gym.
Back into a what?
Ground gym.
A little bit.
You don't think you fought anything that wasn't a ground type so far?
I'm fairly certain you fought ground types.
Bitman, yeah, we beat the Elite Four the first time.
Yeah, so we're working on our way to
The Kanto gyms.
the Kanto gyms, doing it a second time. You might want to, before you go fight Blue, you might want to go grab some healing items.
I probably will.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Probably will.
Oh, hey, here's blue.
It's blue. He's blue flavor.
Yeah, I'm going to play through beating red. The way to beat this ROM hack is, the way Drayano has set it up is he wants you to catch every Pokemon, which unlocks Arceus. And then you catch Arceus. And the credits actually roll a third time. We're not doing that, though. We're just going to beat red.
And we're not gonna get the. We're not gonna get the super secret Dre, and just gonna get the normal ending.
Yeah, I do need to leave here. You're right.
Actually, that's not Leaf. That's Blue. Leaf is a different character.
Yeah, at least the girl.
She's girl.
She is girl flavored and criminally underrepresented.
They're remedying that.
They have gotten better.
She's her own character in the Let's Go game, which is interesting.
In the Let's Go?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
and let's
shows up
go
in Cerulean.
Eevee and Pikachu.
She shows up in Cerulean Cave and like pelts you with Pokeballs.
Yep.
I remember that.
She tries to catch you.
So when you said "Let's go," I was thinking you said "go" in my head. Rusty,
I think
go
all
get
Dragon Ball players
Yep, I'm
dominant.
doing the thing where I leave to go do a thing and then forget about what I'm doing and then go back without doing the thing.
That's my signature move. My special technique.
fuck up.
blowing it. I wonder what else is for sale here.
Baby shoes, never worn.
Ooh, I don't think anybody that I have wants it though.
I think Dragonite might get it? Question mark.
What is it?
Dragonite might
It was
get it, and he
Ukraine.
definitely has space in his
I'm surprised you
moveset.
haven't taught him fly.
Well, until about half an hour ago, I had a flying Pikachu in my party.
Yeah,
Until like just prior to stream.
yeah. I get you.
Mine knows dual wing beat.
And Fly does take up, like, I like this moveset.
Yeah.
You can Dragon Dance, Wing Attack, and Extreme Speed to finish it off, or just Outrage anything that doesn't apply to. You
Yeah.
know, both of those strategies are fine depending on what you're up against.
Yeah.
And I don't want to lose any of these moves. Its main job is Dragon Dance Outrage.
Yeah. I always prefer fly to wing attack, but there are people who disagree with it.
Bitman, are you asking how I have dual wing beat, or are you asking how he's got a flying Pikachu? Because the flying Pikachu is a hack, and I have dual wing beat because Pokemon Showdown allows me to do that.
Oh yes. One
Ian's
of
talking about a different
the
game.
hacked Pokemon in this game is a reference to the Pokemon Yellow Pikachu, which could learn Fly and Surf.
Yes, there have been flying Pikachus given out in events.
In
so
fact,
it's
you
not,
can get them in more modern games too, can't you? Can't you get one in Ultra Sun Ultraman?
I don't remember. I know you
I
can
know
get
you get a surfing
Pikachu.
one.
Yeah, that's the whole gimmick of a Alolan Raichu.
I'm not 100% sure that you can get a flying Pikachu in Ultra Sun, but there have been events that have given you flying Pikachus. Pikachu with fly is legal.
There are historically legal flying Pikachus.
Yeah.
Although the yellow one that it's referencing was not legal. It was actually only attainable via a hack in the U.S. With the Game Shark.
I don't know if that's true. I think you could get it with fly if you beat like the stadium games.
Yeah, I think there was some.
Hard mode or something.
Yeah, I think there was some like.
You may be right about that.
Yeah, there was some contrite stadium bullshit.
Yeah. But I forget. But there have been events that have given flying Pikachu. It's not. Apparently, he flies using balloons,
This one.
which is referenced in the Let's Go games by the partner Pikachu.
Yeah.
Really floaty falls them.
You would remember the partner Pikachu move names.
The partner Pikachu move names are way easier to remember than the Eevee ones because there are fewer of them.
I will never forget Batty Bad.
Okay. Okay.
That's fair and valid. Okay, so I should have asked this before we came back in here and solved that puzzle again. Are we actually ready to fight Blue, or are we going to grind some?
That's Rusty's decision.
Rusty,
I am ready to watch you either way.
whatever
Sitting back and chewing popcorn.
you're drinking water, but whatever.
But that's none of my business.
Okay.
I've only got 2 things that could die.
Yeah.
I think
Okanoto
Okanoto is
the
in
one.
danger.
Is the one I would be most worried.
I'm very concerned about Peninsula. He's a little bit
Peninsula is on the frail side.
Yeah.
frail
Physically,
naturally,
anyway.
and took 2 wounds last week.
Yeah. Okanoto also has that glowing red weak spot of ice moves.
That a lot of ground types get coverage too for some reason. Like, I don't know why in God's Green Earth they decided that Nidoking needed to always have Ice Beam as a coverage move, but they did.
Good coverage.
It's a good coverage move, and I always forget it's a thing.
The Nidos get tons of coverage moves.
Um,
They're among the more diverse. Have one of the largest move pools in the game. I think they're currently ranked 15, if memory serves.
Yeah, you would just know that off the top.
Somebody made a really cool graphic.
I think I'm going to go into battle. I'm going to lead with Mincemeat. And we'll be able to swap in and out, because Mincemeat is very safe.
What?
How many wounds does Mincemeat have?
None.
Let's look.
0.
That's-
Mincemeat
Mincemeat
is
has one.
Mincemeat is unstoppable. What?
Mincemeat has one.
Has one.
I don't believe you.
The doc says otherwise, Rusty.
Okay. Well, I'm going to update that.
I was thinking it had more.
I was thinking it had one.
I don't know if I really have been paying attention to the wound sheet. I've just been notating them as they happen and forgetting them.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys backing up my record keeping like that.
Yeah.
But my strategy still stands, I think. I'm going to lead with Mincemeat rather than Sneck, because Sneck is going to get hit hard by an errant earthquake. If that is a thing that happens.
I'm curious to see if he's left green with his green-blue with his
Moveset.
with a diverse team, or if he's made him a dedicated ground user.
I believe he's turned him into Gary.
Interesting.
I'm going to keep calling him Blue.
Yes, but
Right.
more-
I think
more-
the name is still Blue, but it's Gary. So we're going to see like Arcanine and Starter. Those are the Gary Pokemon that I remember.
He might have a Dragonite too.
He might have all 3 starters.
I'm curious to see.
All right. Well, let's do it.
We know he
I am
doesn't have a
unfamiliar with
Rattata.
I am. He does not have Eradicate. You are right. Eradicate is long gone.
It canonically dies.
It does not canonically die, but it is. Some people have the headcanon that it is died.
It is somewhat. There could be some evidence to it.
You'll like Nidoqueen's funky dance when she gets extra sensory.
All right.
Goes boo ba boo.
Burn your healing items on
Oof.
Ooh, called out.
Calls your shit. Also, T-Tar is a bit scary.
But it's actually he has a T-Tar in the rematch battles Sky Red and Leaf Green.
You need to be expecting ground move, rock move, dark move, outrage.
But this particular move he is going to use next, likely a rock move, because it's stab and super effective.
Uh-huh. So Sneck is actually probably my way to go here.
It's not a horrible pick, but keep in mind that you want to hit Tyranitar physically.
Yeah.
And I deleted Aquatail from Friday.
Well, so...
Which I was always going to do. It's very inaccurate and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I prefer Waterfall if you're going to run a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, does Sneck... Sneck might have Waterfall. He does. Okay, well that's what I will do.
Okay.
I don't know if a Waterfall will launch.
Expect Earthquake here.
Ha-ha! And I'm safe through through Sandstorm because I am steel.
Yes.
You are. That is some real steel.
Expect Stone Edge here.
Okay. I'm not super worried about that.
Period. Yeah, this one you probably want to hit special.
Yeah.
If I am,
I'm thinking Lucario Aurasphere.
I
don't know if I'm gonna outspeed though.
Well,
You're definitely going to outspeed. Rhyperior is very slow.
Yeah.
The question is, do you OHKO and live in Earthquake?
Yeah, because he would take
A stab, super effective Earthquake.
Yeah. I know the way I would go here, but this is your plate.
I am curious as to the way you would go, Ian.
So you have a quad super effective move to him.
For Rhyperior, yeah.
Yeah.
It's rock ground, so it's a water move.
Or what else?
It's not grass, is it?
It is grass.
I thought that. What am I always thinking that ground is weak to and isn't actually?
Fighting?
Yeah.
No.
I have no idea what you're thinking.
So you would go Peninsula Energy Ball, is what you're saying.
I would either do that or I would do Okinoto's Earthquake. But I would go Peninsula's Energy Ball because it's quad super effective. At that point, I don't care about the not Rockhead, solid rock ability, which limits super effective moves because you're hitting it quad super effective. So and its special defense is pretty thin. And
keeping in mind, I believe Sandstorm is still up.
And I believe Peninsula outspeeds.
Peninsula almost certainly outspeeds. Again, I don't think you have anything slower than a Rhyperior.
Right, and Peninsula is quick. It's one of the things it's all right at.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that's the way I would go.
Okay.
Because I would go Peninsula.
And Lucario's really squishy to return earthquakes.
Yes.
Although Peninsula will definitely die to a return earthquake also. Almost certainly.
Peninsula cannot be harmed by Earthquake because it has Levitate.
Yeah.
You have convinced me. There we go.
You just decided to give up Peninsula?
Oh. Yeah, I guess I did. Forgot about Sandstorm. Well, goodbye, friend.
Yes. Now, the only reason he survived that energy ball was due to the Sandstorm. and the special defense boost that grants. Otherwise, you would have one-shot even through Solid Rock. So, Peninsula was a good move. The only other Pokemon that could have made it beat him, that may have been a better decision, and I'm not 100% sure it was, is Okinawa.
Well, let's see if we can go 2 for 2 here. Knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, he dies. Really?
Doesn't die.
You...
Damn it, he called me again. And he might be using a dragon move here. Although, no, he's going ice.
He is almost certainly using Ice Fang.
Or Ice Beam. Oh.
Or Dragon Dance. Dragon Dance is threatening too.
Huh.
He's going to Earthquake you super effectively here.
That's interesting.
It is.
Still hurt a lot because Dragon.
And if you had Fly, you could have actually played it.
Why is he trying so hard to keep this Nidoqueen alive? Please, just let me kill the queen.
Because she's a queen. Yes, queen. Slain. I knew he was going to pick Heat Wave there.
I did too. Which Heat Wave is maybe the most wrong move outside of
Or Spheres.
I knew he was going to choose Heat Wave too.
Yes.
And I was scared to death that it was going to miss.
Well, Air Slash has the chance of missing it too.
No, he does still get Trickle.
Yep. The trainers give you their number after the battle instead of you having to hunt them down at specific times is a nice touch.
Yes, it's way better.
Oak.
Yeah, that is the other thing, is that you could totally use trainer rematches to
Go
help you grind.
go get you stronger.
I can and probably will.
I think you have to call them at specific times to get a rematch, though.
I thought they could call it. I thought they mostly called you.
Yeah,
I forget exactly how it works.
If we go to our Pokegear and we look at the map, we can see...
Make sure you deposit Peninsula.
Yeah, I'm going to, but I'm showing you how rematches work.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
In Route
It's always had
35,
yeah.
Route 34, they've got
Exclamation
the
point.
exclamation. There's a battle there for me to rematch.
Yeah. Yeah, because they'll call you and say, "Hey, I want to fight you."
Yeah, that was in the vanilla game. Like I said, this game really did a whole lot for those quality of life changes.
Mm-hmm.
See.
You forgot to take a lot of items there.
Yeah. So...
Jared.
This is tempting because we are going to have some dragons coming up.
You have Lance. Assuming you're fighting the Elite Four, you have Lance. But the only... I mean, you could technically go directly to Red if you...
Yeah.
We could go directly to red right now.
I don't know if you're going to try and refight the Elite Four or not.
I know that's a one that you would look at. I would look at your top right corner and look at that road. But that's just me. And I know that's a lot of grinding, but
It is a lot of grinding.
But
Yes, Bitman, it is a shiny cloister, but it
Yeah.
was caught through the story.
Yeah.
It's a set encounter. It's kind of like the Red Games.
yeah.
We could bring back Bonbons.
It'd be hilarious.
Thing about Bon Buns is he has 2 wounds.
He has 2 wounds.
So
So
He
this
could,
would give us ghost and electric coverage.
yeah.
Which is nice. I would say you probably want to make sure he gets a appliance form because that gives him a stat boost. I don't know if he's hacked it so that they change its type or not. In Generation 4, in a vanilla game, Rotom does not change type with his appliance. That is changed starting with Generation 2.
We could also just grab a literal actual Lugia here.
You could.
Yeah. You got Phil legally, fair and square.
I didn't know if you had restricted yourself from using Legends or not, just based on you not considering it in previous openings.
Yeah, I tend to just that's the way I play the games.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like if they had started with the standard in Gen 1 of not having Legends capturable, I would have argued for them staying that way.
Interesting.
Now that we are so deep into the games, I'm, of course, not going to argue that they become unobtainable. There's quite an enormous amount of precedent of them being attainable and running that back. I think at this point would be an enormous mistake. But I like the design space that having unobtainable Pokemon
I
allows.
think you and I disagree on that.
What?
You and I disagree on that.
Really? You
Yeah.
think we should be able to obtain the Gigantamax Eternatus?
Yes.
Or the very, very bad Necrozma boss fight?
Yes. I mean, you can get Ultra Necrozma in the previous games, not in the current games.
Oh.
You have them.
Again, I think that those should be attainable, but only because they break the precedent.
Yeah.
But I do like the design space that they bring. They make for legitimately difficult boss fights that couldn't exist otherwise.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
There are forms that I'm okay with not having. I'm okay with not getting Gigantamax Eternatus.
Eternamax?
Yeah, Eternamax. I'm
Yes.
cool with that.
I think that they should have made it a form of attainable in the game. I'm always for giving the player more options, even if those options are busted. That didn't stop them from Mega Rayquaza.
I'm for giving the game more options.
Yes. And that would still allow for the design space for them to create bosses just with the understanding that eventually the player is going to get their hands on those tools as well.
I would love to see Mega Rayquaza versus Gigantamax or Eternamax.
See, the thing that I don't like is the what is it? Naganadell's previous form,
Poipole?
Poipole. The lowest level Poipole you can get is 20.
Yeah, I agree. You should be able to.
I don't like that, especially since it's very clearly a baby form, or not a baby form, but like a You should be able to get it at level 5, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I want to be able to do a mono poison run starting with it. And until this gen, you couldn't even get one that low. When it was introduced, you could only get it at level 50.
Yeah. I've never been a fan of the introduction of legends that evolve but can't be broken.
Right. So, we get electric coverage here. We get electric coverage here. We get ghost here. We get dark here.
Both of them let you beat Will. Again, assuming you're fighting the Elite Four. I don't know if you are or you aren't.
I haven't decided on that yet. Either way, we're going to do a bit of grinding before we do either one of them.
Yep.
Because we lost one of our big boys, this has turned, and we've only got one more fight that we have to do.
Yep.
And I'm not certain that I'm ready for that. This has turned into a grinding stream.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Maybe that's
So
what
let's
grind first.
take a
Easier.
look.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. The lesson being, of course, listen to Nathan whenever he says do something.
Nathan.
Yep.
I love you.
Yeah. And you're always right. I know what you're gonna say next.
I might rather lose a run some days. and hold that L
Yeah.
than give you the satisfaction of admitting to be right. There are some days.
Yeah. I get you.
So this is kind of what I'm looking at here. In these bottom two rows.
Again, Spiritomb is fun.
The Spiritomb really says fuck you to Will.
To whomst?
Will.
Oh, yeah. Spiritomb is interesting. Negatives is that it has a normal ass name, and we can't have that. Danny. Meanwhile, the positives to Duskull are Klepnodder, which
That
is...
does sound like a German word that has a very specific meaning.
Oh, I think it sounds very much like a legendary Nordic weapon like Mjolnir.
Oh no, Klepnodder.
Just like you know how German words have like very specific meanings, like
super intricate, like one-off meanings. Yeah,
it's just like a face in need of punching sort of thing.
Yeah.
Klepnodder sounds like it might be.
I love that.
Schadenfreude, another in that ilk.
I love that about Germany, that they see something and they're like,
oh, that needs a word.
That needs a word.
Okay, so we have to say no to Lugia, because it is both a legendary and has a normal ass name. So no Phil.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of the powerful god of the sea being named Phil.
Hey,
oh well, yeah, that was the joke when we made it.
It's just the legendary guard of the ocean has to punch into work.
Yeah.
Hey Phil, how's the family?
How you doing, Phil?
Still alone and underwater.
I think out of electric types, I'd rather have Rotom than Shinx. So I'm gonna put that away.
More like stinks. I'm sorry, Shinx. I didn't.
I do like Shinx being part dark type in this hack, or the Shinx line. It's not yet, but when it evolves, it gets the dark type. And that I think is the correct typing for that line. I think it should have been always. So out of ice types, I like Mammoth Swine better, but it's squishy.
Yeah.
Although
the
thick
problem-
fat helps a lot.
And keep in mind, you can specifically plan your team around counter-teaming what we presume Red has, keeping in mind that you are going to be in Hail, keeping in mind that, or I'm assuming you are going to be in Hail. I don't know if he's changed that. But you can totally, like, okay, so I'm going to have this beat the Pikachu, and this beat the Charizard, and this beat the Venusaur, this beat the Blastoise, this beat the Lapras, this beat the Snorlax.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to look at your team from that perspective of which of Red's Pokemon does this Pokemon beat.
Yeah. So positive for DJ Jared. One, he's named after
a valued member of the chat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Two,
and is immune to the.
He's immune to hail. Two, he is almost already at level.
He's relatively. He won't take nearly as much grinding as anybody.
Yeah.
Skill Link's a cool ability.
Skill Link's a cool ability. Very high special, or excuse me, very high physical defense.
One of the highest physical defense stats in the game.
Cons, again, you overlapping types with Snake. Yeah. Both doing that water.
It would give you whopping 3 fighting weaknesses.
Yeah.
No. Snack is really good for fighting dragons because it has Ice Beam and is part Steel.
Yeah.
The only thing that hurts it is that it's very weak to Earthquake, which is a common move for dragons to have.
Most dragons do know that get Earthquake is a common.
And DJ Jared does not have any special defense.
Yeah. So it's going to die potentially even to a Dragonite's Flamethrower. Because of its low special defense, and it wouldn't be weak to the fire, but...
it would be hitting it neutral.
If you guys are at similar levels, I'd be surprised if a Flamethrower one-shot.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire blast is most likely.
The point is that it's a little bit squishy on that end. And Thunderbolt is definitely a consideration from said Dragonite.
Especially from Red, who has his Pikachu.
Oh, but we had Okanoto for that, assuming Okanoto survives.
Yes. So, I'm not going to tell you what to pick, but those are... It may be perhaps an angle that you should approach this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We aren't here to pick your teams. We're here to give you
fun of you when you make the wrong decision.
Yeah. Give you
but you're also here to discuss decisions with me.
Yeah.
Like,
we're here to...
It is my game, but it is also... Like, we are doing this together. This is our... trip.
I am actively avoiding trying to play the game for you.
Yeah, but we'll absolutely give you our opinions and laugh at you when you fall in your face.
Yep.
Those are the two things that I know we will give.
So really the big question that I'm trying to answer here is, what coverage helps me most, Ice or Ghost?
That question is dependent on if you're going to be fighting the Elite.
I guess it is. If I'm going Elite Four, Ice helps me a lot more.
Ghost would help you a lot more.
I would say Ghost is more of a consideration.
Really?
There's a Psychic user. What does Ghost beat on Red's team?
I'm thinking more, what does Ghost resist?
It makes...
The same question applies.
Yeah, it makes his... If you roll up with a Ghost type...
I mean, you can switch into, like, a normal move on Snorlax.
Yeah.
But he's just going to threaten that with Crunch.
Crunch.
Mm-hmm.
So, giving you some maybe unsolicited advice.
I'm not saying that a Ghost type is worthless against Red. Far from it. But I think it gets you more mileage if you're fighting the other.
Yeah.
Because it's not even perfect for Elite Four because Karen exists.
Yeah. One thing you need to think about is dual typing. What does the other type give you?
Yeah.
There's, I think, a very clear need on your team for one of those dual types.
Yeah, I need
we have to
electric coverage.
I think that is something to consider.
Well, the flip side of that coin is that a second type also gives you more weaknesses.
Yeah.
Especially if you have quad weaknesses, that gives you a higher chance of getting a wound.
Yeah.
Okanoto can attest.
There's also which one is most fun, and I've never used a Rotom before.
That should be a big part of your consideration.
At all. What?
You should use what you want to use.
That's what I'm saying. Which one would be more
Yeah.
fun?
Yeah.
Um,
A truly skilled trainer can win with their favorites.
Enough save states.
I haven't really used any of these three before.
So I just got done using a Spiritomb.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It is a good bomb. It is not in a. It is much more defensive than it is anything else.
Yeah.
Which is what you want from it, because it's
Because it just doesn't.
the appeal is that there are no weaknesses there. But it does play a little more passive than you might be comfortable.
It was something I had to think about.
Yeah. I don't know if you just got to it. I think that Spiritomb one was a back.
Relatively recently. It was the last thing I did on stream, outside of what I'm doing now.
I don't remember that. I thought you were playing Emerald last.
Platinum.
Did you do Platinum last time?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did Emerald first.
Okay. I think you're right. Okay, yeah. However, I don't remember you having a Spiritomb.
Nathan.
Yeah.
That was one Daisy. Daisy the Red Carrier.
I remember that. I don't remember you having a Spiritomb.
I had Spiritomb.
I'll take your word for it. No, I don't remember it at all. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't remember. I 100% believe you. That's the one where you got the shiny Manectric.
Mm-hmm. See if we just this. Oh, man. Does not work.
You named it Cynthia. That's right. I remember now.
Because Cynthia is.
Great dancer. Okay. Nathan remembers now. It's all coming back to me.
I had Crab, Daisy, we had Cynthia, we had Durangus,
Yep.
we had Zoo Batman, we had Kimba.
Yep.
Pretty sure Zoo. Pretty sure you died. Pretty sure you died. I think you died.
There's no way. Swap actors. Let's have him pick his gen.
What now?
Nothing. Just talking to you. You're going to go ahead and kick some.
Okay.
Okay, let's update our wounds page.
Right.
So
Right.
we've
To
got...
do that fight.
Actually, let's before we do that, let's run to the name raider so that we can update them both at the same time.
Wait a minute. Name Raider? I already know it.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Right, because Cynthia had or not. Yeah, Cynthia had
Actually,
Giratina.
for simplicity's sake, I'm going to do this. Because Fly is higher damage than
Wing attack.
Wing Attack, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the semi-invulnerability comes in handy sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's...
There are drawbacks to a 2-turn, but there are times where it absolutely does come in handy.
Yeah.
And that's why I say. And the other thing is that fly is not perfectly accurate. Wing attack does not have to worry as much. Silver's a big mountain.
Go to the reception gate. You can reach Mount Silver from there. It might be worth checking for Indian Forest, too. I've heard odd reports about it.
Are you going to check Viridian Forest too?
We're going to check Viridian Forest 1.
Viridian Forest 2!
Name Raider is in Goldenrod, of course.
There's one in Lavender Town.
Quiet you.
Your smartness.
There's, I think, some other things I want to do around Goldenrod City also.
More like Golden Red.
Okay.
All right, Nathan, give me a letter.
Ow.
L. Ian.
Oh.
Nathan.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Ian.
S.
Nathan.
E.
Ian, for the love of God, save this.
Okay, Rusty, I'll save this. R.
Nope. Nathan, give me a letter.
Ow.
Nathan, give me a letter.
Ow.
Ian, give me a letter.
O.
Nathan, give me a letter.
N.
Ian.
T.
Nathan.
Ow.
Ian.
And Plantle.
I was really going for Plantly. It's just like
Better
the
than
sarcastic-
loser.
I was sure that was actually looser.
You're not wrong.
I was absolutely going for loser.
Okay.
That's absolutely where I was going for.
I gave the L because I wanted to go with Luke Cario.
Let me know. I'm down with Luke Cario.
Well, that's too bad because now he's Plantle.
Plantle.
And there's no way we can undo it.
Hey, did we actually name the Rotom?
We did. It's Cunmopt.
Good.
Which you can see on our overlay.
You can't.
Yeah, it's all the way over there. Can't actually.
We have the stream up on our mobile or on our phone, and then we just have the direct game capture being streamed to us by Rusty. So we can't see the overlay from our perspective very well.
I'm just pulling back the curtain.
Yeah, well, a little bit inside baseball. Rusty, you said you had other chores to do while you're here.
Yes, we just unlocked a new HM.
Before we do that, can you do one favor for me?
What's that?
Can you go up?
Just a second. I'm gonna go ahead and pop a fat save here.
Tasty fat
Juicy
save.
save. A thick save. No.
You talk to that guard.
Nope. Nathan, I give
Yeah.
0 shits about that Spearow.
Her name is Kenya.
I care less than nothing about that Spearow. I am actively avoiding it. You may have noticed.
In this house, we demand Kenya.
In this house, we stand Kenya.
No, there aren't any. Where are the rock climbing walls, guys? Also, before we do anything, we need to make sure we've got something that can learn it. Hey, look.
At least guard shelters.
I don't think that's changed any.
It's supposed to be rock type now.
No, it's normal.
Now, it's possible it's displaying incorrectly, but
Yeah.
It's always been normal.
yeah, so it's always been normal. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's changed at all. That's always had kind of shaky accuracy. You get bonus points if you can tell me the competitive Pokemon that's reliably run climb.
That feels like Gen 5 bullshit.
It was not uncommon for this Pokemon to run it in Gen 5.
It's Heatran.
Nope.
No, it's
Heatran is very special attack.
it's Gen 4 because
This Pokemon would not have run it in Gen 5. The only time I can ever remember Rock Climb being on a
I
competitive
remember it being ran. I just don't remember what ran it.
Why would you run Rock Climb over others?
Because it's got a secondary ability.
It does have a secondary effect.
So you would either get like a sheer force boost off of it.
Yep.
And I'm trying to think who's sheer forced it.
Who would want normal stat? And has sheer force.
Dreadcraft,
Me.
we had
Nope.
one more really nice level, but it went and died on us.
Not the bun, not
My boy
huge,
Peninsula,
no, he's huge power.
Yeah.
forever gone.
Who?
Tauros.
Tauros. Okay.
Tauros, competitive Tauros would run Rock Climb.
Like I knew what. Like I knew why.
Yeah, you knew the strategy.
Yeah.
The only reason you would ever run it over Body Slam is because it's trading power.
Yeah. So I was actually what I was doing. I was like, okay, so Gen 5. I don't think anything Pixelate would have gotten that.
Yeah.
That's where I started.
Yeah, no, that was before 8s.
Yeah. And I'm like, hold on, no, that's not that ability. That ability didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, well, what ability would have existed? I'm like, okay, sheer force. And
Which I'm surprised Gen 8 didn't add another
8 ability.
8 ability. So what are we trying to do, Rusty?
Rock climb all the things, but also fight this picnicker.
I see. I can think of a couple of rock climb spots. I don't know if they get you anything more than just a headbutt tree. I know you can do some rock climbing in Mount Mortar. Also, the route between Ekrutik and all of
Shockwave.
better than Thundershock.
Better than.
Speaking of Rotom, do you want to go give it a...
It gets a stat boost when it does.
Yes. The Rotom
Yeah, I
forms have
do.
higher stats than base Rotom.
Which are they all different stat blocks?
No. I think they're all the same, if memory serves.
Okay, so we're only caring
You're
about
picking it for the
aesthetics when it comes to which form.
No, aesthetics and the move.
Yeah, and the
Oh, okay. So we're looking at Heat Wave,
overheat.
Overheat, Air Slash.
Assuming he hasn't changed it.
What?
Yes. Rotom Heat has overheat. Rotom Fan has Air Slash. Rotom Cut has Leaf Storm. Rotom Wash has Hydro Pump, and Rotom Frost has Blizzard.
I'm thinking Leaf Storm or Blizzard.
Yes. I see Rotom Frost coming in handy if you during the red fight, because you won't have to worry about Blizzard's accuracy. Assuming he hasn't changed that. I don't know if he has or he hasn't.
I don't recall.
I would assume he wouldn't change mechanics like that. But what you're saying is,
I
I
don't
think
know
what
if
you're
it'll-
more saying is like, if it's actually inhaler.
Oh yeah, I don't know if he's made it so that the red fight is hailing.
It normally is.
Normally it is, but I don't know if he's changed that for the hack. Rusty's side questing.
I'm trying to remember where the. Well, I know a way to get into it. But now we are accidentally side questing, so I'm going to finish that up. And we can ride the train once.
Yeah, the thing is that in the remakes, there's not really much ride the magnet train. Because it's so easy to travel with fly.
I hate to think about what that man was doing with that doll.
He just wanted a Clefairy, but he couldn't catch one. Which actually makes sense, because Clefairy is rather relatively rare. Hey, Steven.
Mr. Stone.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Mr. Steve, tell me about the birds and the stones. That's all you ever do in any of the games, is talk about birds and stones.
I don't even think he really does all that much talking about birds. Mostly just rocks.
His name is literally Stone.
Yeah, and he collects rocks in case you didn't know. I did.
And he likes those two birds that like stones.
And he's a big fan of the band The Rolling Stones.
Whoosh.
You did it.
Yay, we rode the train. Woo.
That is, I think, technically a little bit faster than flying twice.
Depends on where you are.
It's not quicker than flying once.
Well, it depends on where you're trying to go.
Like, if you were in, somewhere that wasn't near the train station, I mean, you'd still have to do that fly to Saffron, then go all the way up to the train station, which is on the opposite side of town.
You're right.
Are you looking for where the appliances are?
The teleporter's gone now that I have access. Oh, I have to track down this room in Saffron City. Do you know where it is?
I can't remember if it's in Silphco or if it's in the radio tower, but it's in one of those two.
Oh, it might be the radio tower. I might be wrong about Saffron.
The Kanto radio tower, which is in Latin.
Right. It might be in the radio tower. You're right.
I don't actually remember off the top of my head, but it's in one of those two.
Yeah, there's not a way we can look that up.
Again, I'm also assuming the vanilla.
Stop. It's not the radio tower.
It's self-cover. Yeah.
There's the psychic house.
I think you need to have Rhoda mount.
I like the idea of just fridging people.
You must be into TV tropes. That's a joke.
I know. It's also... Fridging is also the worst thing.
And now you have a refrigerator following you.
The sprite isn't updating on the overlay.
That's...
There's probably... We could probably go in and...
You may have to, like, get into a battle.
Nathan,
Yeah.
it was ice type.
That means he's changed the types.
It is ice type.
Yep. So, that should
So-
factor into your decision.
We, well, do we still levitate? We do.
Yep.
We've got stab, thunder, snow. I think that actually doesn't change my decision very much.
Okay, I did just notice it and wanted to say it out loud.
Yeah.
I
Make sure we're all on the
appreciate you
same page
noticing
there.
it.
Yeah. Well, because I was thinking when Nathan set it up, when we were like it did an update, I was like,
Yeah.
maybe it's because the type didn't change, so I actually looked.
don't know, man.
Okay. Let's go back here.
There.
Oh
And
man, I'm
let's
yawning.
Go.
You are a yawning little boy, aren't you?
Mhm. Little type.
Olivine City.
Climb them rocks. Talk to the rock.
Oh.
A rare candy is a good thing.
Yeah.
You should go get that item though. You have to surf around there.
Yep.
I want to fight you on Route 31. I think you have to be on the left part there. Which is a little stupid, but
Ride your penguin.
Is that a euphemism?
No, I'm being literal.
That was a
Thunderbolt.
good call.
Man, do I know what I'm talking about.
Ian knows what he's talking about.
I will admit I didn't remember that was Thunderbolt, but I remembered that was a good move. Oh, yeah. You can go get your
Yarp.
Hey, Serene Grace Ironhead.
Hey,
Good.
ain't nobody's fool.
What's up, buddy?
I have run into this boy like 9 times today while grinding.
That boy.
The boy.
That boy.
So this wasn't the game that introduced legendaries resetting when you beat the E4, right?
I think it was.
It does reset. Yes.
I believe this was the game that introduced it.
I fought a Sudowoodo today.
Neat.
Off stream.
Neat.
It is, in fact, the one that introduced that.
Which is a good thing that they introduced.
Yeah, I always like that. Good quality of life change.
Where else is there rock climbing zones?
Except I think there are some inside Mount Mortar. There's some on the route east of Olivine, or between Olivine and Ecritique. I think there might be one in the National question mark.
Olivine or Critique?
Yeah, there's one on this route north of here. I said I don't think it gets you anything but a headbutt tree.
Butt tree.
You're wrong.
Relax and sense.
I always felt like that should be the signature ability, or the signature item of Smurf.
Well, it's not. It's the full sense.
Go fish.
Fish.
Question.
Yeah.
Why? What does Soul Do actually do?
Depends on the game. In every game before Generation 7, I think, maybe Generation 6, I forget. It was either Generation 6 or 7 when they changed it, and I forget specifically which one. But in the earlier generations, it was a 1.5 times boost to Latios and Latias, I believe, special attack and special defense.
Oh.
Soldu was busted and banned.
Is it still banned?
Now, when they changed it, it's like it's holding both the Draco and the Psychic Plate at the same time. It's a 1.2 times a boost, I think, to Psychic and Dragon moves used by Latios and Latias.
Because I know the Griseous Orb is not banned.
No, it's not.
But I don't remember what its specific boost is.
The only thing the Griseous Orb does is transform Giratina to Giratina Origin.
No.
It may provide a boost of some sort, too.
It does.
But I'm not 100% sure of that.
It does.
Is Ice Shard just like a move for elephants?
No.
Why does Donphan get it?
Because it's hilarious. I spelled RISEOUS ORB. Okay, yeah, it is a 1.2 times boost in Ghost and Dragon moves, and it also turns it.
Yeah.
When it's holding Grisius Orb, it's Origin form. The only way you can get it to Origin form is to have it hold the Grisius Orb, be in the Distortion.
Yeah. Is this where you did the thing?
What? No.
Okay.
That's spoilers.
They won't know.
I know. Just say.
There's not context for it. I specifically left out the context.
And I appreciate that. So are you just here to grind?
Grind and explore.
Yeah. Perhaps a silly question, but have you considered giving Dragonite the Lucky Egg?
I have. But I'm not...
Okay.
I'm not super training anything right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to be swapping around a lot. And I don't want to be swapping items every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
While I'm exploring. And Mons are just a little bit too close to my level right now. I want to be able to move back and forth and stuff. When I grind off stream, I will definitely use the egg.
Yeah. I think it's heavily implied that this person is the person who gives you the Fly HM in the Kanto games.
Yeah.
So, I've got a question.
Yeah.
What did she do to be able to be here?
It's. I think she says that she's in hiding because she's a famous singer or idol in Japan.
It's literally what she just said. Yes.
But like
I said, it's heavily implied that she's the girl who gives you Fly near Celadon City.
Do you mean how did she earn the ability to be here amongst all these super powerful Pokemon that we had to?
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just assuming when you're rich, you get privileges that other people don't.
Why would you assume that when it's easily provable?
I don't know. This game has other unrealistic things like fire-breathing dragons, free healthcare. Was that too real?
I just thought it was funny that he got paralyzed by the discharge, thinking, "Man, I'm not playing right now."
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I ended up winning the fight, but just happened to get frozen by an ice beam earlier today, and I'm just like, "This is my luck."
Why am I glad that he's frozen in there and not out here?
He is the sheriff.
He is the sheriff.
For a second, I thought it said Tangela use fly, and I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, that's one of the changes this hack made, is that everything gets access to fly at level 60.
Yep.
That's
obviously.
Not true.
It would be very funny if, just at a certain point, if your Pokemon got strong enough, it could just do.
Well, I loved my flying Hyperion.
It was very funny.
Again, just like Tony Stark.
Okay.
Bye, bitch.
I can't run away. Let me run away.
Bye, bitch.
So we do have a catch here. If we see something interesting.
Silver cave.
I believe if you go up that waterfall, and you follow that path, is where you get Moltres.
I think so. And Moltres
Nope.
is interesting.
Nope.
I think Moltres is interesting.
Oh, it's interesting. But that's not where you get it in this game. All right.
Knew that was gonna happen.
The wall is very. You go to the the wall, and it goes, Adrian, Adrian.
You get Moltres at the bottom of Indigo Plateau.
Then they have changed that from the vanilla game.
They have.
I wonder what you get in the spot where you get Moltres in this game.
I believe it is Heatran. I also believe it's not available right now. We have to get an item for it to show up in the overworld.
Ugh.
Used to in the original games. What was it? Steelix in the room with Red. You could fight wild Steelixes there for some damn reason.
I think you could. Definitely Onyx. I don't remember if you could fight Steelix or not. It may have also been like Steelix Crystal exclusive or something like
Yeah,
that.
but like at one point you could fight wild Steelixes there, even though.
Forget it. I don't.
Yeah.
I remember the Onyx as being like very. Like, that may have been the highest level Pokemon in the series at the point.
Non-legend.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
there
have
was
even been highest-
it was possible to get a level 100 Magikarp pretty early.
Ominous wind.
That's not stat.
Um,
It's probably better than Pop.
I have an ominous wind after I eat beans.
Rusty, the move he learned was ominous wind and not poison gas.
I also have a poison gas after I eat beans.
Ominous wind does lead to the poisonous gas.
Rusty, the move he learned was ominous wind, not burst.
I occasionally get a boom burst after eating beans.
Rusty, the move he was learned was ominous wind, not eruption.
I've been known to have an eruption after eating lots of beans.
Got another one?
Before we continue this, is Alexis watching? No. Okay, let's keep going.
But what I was thinking of is move he learned was ominous wind, not quake.
Not what?
Earthquake. Ooh. Interesting.
Rusty,
Oh, actually, Magneton is interesting.
it is interesting. I also just really like the line. I don't know if you need more steel types.
It's true.
Rusty, the move he was learning was ominous wind, not doom desire.
People I'm near often have a doom desire after I eat a lot of beans. Yes. freeze hex.
Good job. See, that gold bat was unlucky too. I don't know what you're complaining.
Alright, I really like Stabilize. It's right there. Like the gems, the eye gems were very...
Yeah.
So, question for you two.
Yeah.
Say, hypothetically, I have the ability to make you guys hear the soundtrack that we're listening to on stream.
Yeah.
Are you interested in that?
Not
Ooh, Magnet Pull.
really. I think it would be more distracting than anything else.
Nathan cannot multitask.
It's true. I'm very bad.
I would be cool with it, but Nathan cannot multitask.
I'd be fine with it, but other things being equal, I wouldn't go for it.
Okay.
Ooh. It's not necessarily good, but it's interesting.
I always like the Soul Rock and Lunatones. I don't think they're particularly... But I have a soft spot for the two, especially this.
I wonder why. I know why.
Couple reasons. I've had a couple Soul Rocks that were...
It's not fair yet.
Not yet.
Well,
Oh,
he
yeah,
hovered
you're
over
right.
He hovered over the fighting move and then went away. I know what that move was.
It did take me from a moment to like, oh yeah, I guess that Cobrastryke would have been optimal.
Yeah.
Because I was also thinking of it as a fairy. Go bot.
Oof. I'm gonna do that before it mean looks.
More like meme looks.
How do you
Probably
mean
just
look
start
something,
quick.
Nathan?
You get like back in like the Rage Comics days,
Alright.
you just like troll face.
I'm not gonna call that deep internet, but you know.
The Obama then perish eyes is a meme look.
I love the Obama then perish eyes.
I've noticed it's not hailing.
I didn't think it was hailing in this part.
Yeah, I think it begins hailing a little bit
I thought it-
higher.
Yeah, I thought it did it higher. But
I don't know. I don't remember.
Don't have Rock Smash. Okay. So we are just exploring. I'm not trying to fight Red tonight.
that's right.
Fighting
Even
some
though we are
bats.
heading in his direction.
He's fighting some bats.
Some bats.
Now it's hailing because Obama snow.
Thanks, Obama. Snow.
See those eyes? They say then perish.
Like Obama's just slapping their eyes.
I like that he looks angry. He's perhaps the most Wilford Brimley of Pokemon. Okay.
Diabetes.
After perhaps Celia.
Okay.
Oh man, we should do a Wilford Brimley team.
That's just a mustache team, Misty.
Yeah,
Which you could absolutely do. There are totally enough.
and we could nickname them like Wilfred Brumley and Willard Brimless and
Woolston Bromston.
yeah.
Willie Brims.
Womby Bomby.
Oh no.
Willy
Willy Wonka.
Wombo Bombo.
Mr. Buster.
Wilbram.
Will Dog.
Willie D.
Walker's buddy. Warner brother.
Wilbur Dilber.
That's what I do when I tell you when our parents are coming home.
Warner brother.
Now, Dawnstone.
You can evolve your Rawls. Curly or whatever.
Not with a
Gotta be
Dawnstone.
now.
Yeah, no, Rusty will fact check you about Ralt.
You can't evolve Rawls, but you can evolve a curly adult.
There you go. You
Yeah, it has to
got
be a
it.
male. Yeah. You know what I'm saying.
I did know what you were saying.
Do you believe?
That Arnie's about to call me.
Yeah.
We don't get forced into the fight. I'm not worried about the event happening.
No, you're good.
You have to talk to Red.
You can go up there and, like, dab around him.
This is going to levitate, isn't it?
It's 50-50 on.
It could have been heat proof.
50-50 shot.
Yep, here's
It
the
is.
hail.
It is hailing.
Why?
Goodbye!
Bye, Red. Come fight you later.
Well, that wasn't what I wanted.
So, Misty,
That's what I wanted. What?
what do you think Red was doing?
What do you want me to say? Beating it?
Just asking,
Just-
making conversation.
Up there, standing on the edge of a cliff, just...
He is like, what, 13?
This is 2 years after
3 years.
3 years. I remember
16,
two.
yes, absolutely. That's what I think he was doing.
Good to know.
You should go left.
Thank you, Ian.
Damn, alright, man. I'm just trying to...
Yeah, hang on, Luigi. Water bat. I'm a water bat. The bat test is water. It's a water bat.
Thank you, Nathan.
I made a song about Crobat.
You did. It was very good.
Yeah, it was.
10 out of 10. Wood Crobat.
Remember back in
It's
the day
infinite.
where if you wanted a Miss Drevis or a Miss Magius, the earliest it was available was this room?
Yeah, I don't remember anything.
That's an expert bet. Which might be an interesting thing to put on somebody.
It would be.
Yeah, it's not bad.
We'll investigate that. Maybe even soon.
You get a bar. Easy win a little bar. Just a little bit of bar. That head smash?
It was.
I didn't see.
I don't think it gets head smashed in the beginning. That is a bonkly.
Head smash? Yeah, absolutely.
If we ever get a
bonked.
soundboard, the first thing I'm adding is a hollow, like, coconut bonk sound.
I am working on that technology slowly.
Good.
The thing is, it would be very easy to set up a soundboard if we paid some money.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work out how to do it to where you and I are sharing a soundboard or an app so that we have access to the same sounds. But it doesn't cost us money. It's a little bit. Yep. Oh no, it's been replaced with Regigigas.
Yep.
Not Heatran.
Gotta get your buddy Reggie.
Gotta get your Reggie buddies.
Which you have to catch Heatran before you can find the Reggies.
Where's Heatran be at?
Mount Mortar, maybe.
I think that's probably correct, Mount Mortar.
If I were doing this hack, that's what I would. That seems the most Heatran-y place.
Yeah, no, that. Didn't imagine that.
I shall return.
We miss your.
Bitman, no, absolutely not. We are, this hack has all Pokemon up to Gen 4 are obtainable. Which means there's a lot of end-game questing.
Yeah. Yeah, Heatran is, to my knowledge, not available in Soul Silver. You have to transfer it over.
Neither are the Reggies.
Yeah. And the Reggies you might honestly have to move up, like from.
No, I think there's a way to get him in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Thanks.
Don't die.
Everything's fine. He said, confidently.
We'd go punch Mewtwo in the mouth. In the non-existent Mewtwo mouth.
He's got a mouth. It's very small.
Yeah, you see it in the second movie when he's getting tortured for some goddamn reason by
Giovanni, because he's evil.
He is
Evil.
Glad you and I were on the same page there, Rusty.
Yep.
Listen, we both grew up with SpongeBob.
And this Hoppet wants to fight.
Although
I know.
SpongeBob was better when I was young than when you were young. I guess I only had access... What I should say is I only had access to good SpongeBob. You had access to good and bad SpongeBob.
Rusty, you have access to...
What?
The internet exists.
That's true.
I want to make the point that I remember I was already to the point that I really wasn't watching as much SpongeBob when they made the shift from quote-unquote good SpongeBob to bad SpongeBob.
Yeah, there's a pretty clear line where they changed the writing team, and they stopped putting jokes for parents into the show.
Yeah. So there are differences in there are differences from Emerald to Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah.
Same with Platinum. Like in Platinum, the gym order is different.
Yeah. Bitman, most people will tell you there isn't really much reason to play Ruby and Sapphire after having played Emerald.
Yeah.
The biggest difference being that the champion is Wallace instead of Steven.
Yeah. And, well, I think
most of the other differences in Emerald is just Emerald adding things that weren't in the original game in.
Right.
The other thing is that Ruby and Sapphire have the content. Emerald replaced them with the Battle Challenge 10 things.
Yeah.
So if you want to do the contest, you have to play Ruby and Sapphire.
And Platinum changed more, like it changed gym order, things like that. It also like changed some of what is available in.
Yeah, some of the they both have availability differences.
I would not start playing Pokemon as your first game with Platinum.
No.
Whereas Diamond and Pearl would be a lot more palatable for your first game.
Yeah.
Platinum
it
has got a decent difficulty spike to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will tell you, if you play Platinum and not Diamond and Pearl, you're not.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I would also not
Emerald.
go back to Diamond and Pearl after playing Platinum.
Yeah.
But the only downside to Platinum is that it's not a good first game.
Platinum is probably, of the base games, Platinum's probably the hardest.
I think that Platinum is perhaps the hardest main series game. I would say pretty closely followed by Ultra Sun and Ultra. But Pokemon is kids' games, so difficulty is difficult. And you can always just grind more to get past a particularly challenging one.
And we play a way that does not that Nintendo does not actually like that much.
We tend to Nuzlocke.
And
So
Nintendo
that adds a layer of difficulty.
Yeah.
But if you're just playing it casually, I think it's perfectly fine to start with any game.
Yeah.
And if you really are looking for a spike in I don't want to play a kids game, then yeah, Platinum's a perfectly acceptable place to start.
When people ask us a lot, it's a very kind of a common question. Hey, what's the best first game to start with Nuzlocking? We try to steer people away from Platinum just because it tends to be a little harder.
That's one of the harder games.
There are some story beats where it forces you into fights that can be
a little rough.
Just those updated re-release games are more likely to throw something in that kind of throws you for a loop. Rusty doing this without Flash sounds miserable.
Oh, it is.
What was I saying?
We're not going to finish it in 10 minutes, though, anyway.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
I might...
mending your tenacity.
I might get prepared up and try to catch Mewtwo beginning of next stream, though.
That'd be fun.
I'd fight too.
Wait, Mewtwo's in here?
All right.
Joke. What was I saying? If I were to recommend a game to start Nuzlocking, I've always thought the Hoenn games were relatively Nuzlocke friendly.
Both the normal ones and the remakes.
Both the originals and the remakes. in general, what I recommend to people is if you are going to, it's a lot harder to go backwards than forwards, just because you're losing so many quality of life changes. I would like to recommend people, if you're able to, start with an earlier game and then play a later game if you want to experience the whole thing. But if you really want to jump into where it gets quote-unquote good, then just you need to keep in mind, if you are interested in going back and playing some of the older generations, it's easier to go forward rather than...
And you hear us multiple times every stream make the discussion. Okay, wait, what is the mechanic?
Yeah, what is the specific mechanic in this generation?
Yeah, like when we fought the Mawile earlier.
As a fairy, now
No, Rusty used Earthquake instead of fighting move because the fairy.
You just think of it as a fairy, subconscious.
Yeah. So.
This hack is particularly frustrating for that because there is a version that updates fairy to exist in game.
Yeah.
Of this hack.
Yeah.
And I have played that one, so I have even more of that muscle memory tearing both ways at me.
Yeah. And like when people hack these games, a lot of times they will add move set changes that happened in later generations back in. Just other little changes.
Yeah. So again, we tend to know, the three of us tend to know a lot about Pokemon.
Yeah.
Do we remember the specific thing for this specific gen at that specific time?
Well, and that's not information we have to be responsible. We know how to search Wikipedia in a way that we can look at it pretty quick.
Yeah.
We're also pretty good at working around the things we don't know for sure.
Yeah. And we just have enough Pokemon muscle memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was rough.
Yeah. I don't know why you didn't use Earthquake there.
I'm wondering the same thing.
Because it only has 10 PP, and I'm in the bottom of this room.
Gotcha.
And Outrage only uses 1 PP, even if you use it multiple times, because it locks you in.
Yep.
I was going for move efficiency, not...
You being optimal.
Right.
Yep. You were
and I was expecting that. I was honestly expecting that Outrage to one-shot.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that things are higher level than I'm...
yeah, and you were
attacking is also just...
Yeah, you were attacking its physical defense, and...
Bitman, we have considered doing that. We would... It's probably beyond us right now to do a 3-way. But a 2-way is possibly even on the horizon. We've thought about doing that. We need to work on the tech side of things a little bit, but it's we are that's in the works.
On the table.
Yeah.
Nathan and I,
and we've done multi streams on this channel, but we've streamed the same game from different perspectives, so that's definitely a possibility.
Nathan and I loved the Pokemon races. Like they normally
like GDQ speedruns are.
Well, like GDQ speedruns, and they'll do like, first to, the 4th gym or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, he can no quick attack.
But it didn't, did it?
No, he didn't.
Or he didn't use it. I don't know if he knew it.
Probably not. Quick attack tends to be early and all.
Yeah.
This isn't that Kaizo lock that you ran the other day.
I've never truly sat down and done a speed run. I think they're interesting to watch.
Yeah.
But that is the opposite of how I like to play Pokemon, which is slow and painfully deliberately.
Yeah, I kind of think that having a side-by-side competition of some kind, I think there's a lot of things that are more interesting than just a straight-up race for what we can bring to the table.
Not saying ever do a race. I actually think that I would be excited by the prospect of that.
Oh, we about to get experienced.
Yeah, you is. We've done some talking about it. We've also talked about doing like relays, and competitions.
I really want to do a relay, but
Yeah, I think that would also be.
And what we mean by that is quite literally like Nathan will do like the first third. Yeah.
Well, what it would do, how I've always envisioned it, and kind of how that happens, is that like after every like X badge, or like after every badge, we trade teams, or like we trade half our team to the next person in line.
Yeah.
So we have to like mix our teams up, and if you get a spot open by something dying, then it's your Pokemon instead of theirs, etc. Yeah, those are things that we've kind of considered.
Yeah.
It's more of a, we need to sit down and actually figure out those logistics, which is not difficult when we all work jobs and deal with pandemic things.
Yeah. Being far away from each other right now. Well, Nathan and I being separated from Rusty especially doesn't make things any better. Oh, better kill him. Better kill him.
Yeah, I wasn't worried there.
Yeah, I wasn't worried there either. Just thought Parasong was interesting.
It's a bread move on it. Boom.
Knew that was gonna happen.
Imagine a bomb goes off next to you and just like, you know, I learned a lot from that experience.
I feel better. Stronger.
Yeah. Because a bomb went off next to me, I can hit just a little bit harder than I could a minute ago.
Still have 2 weeks of full lockdown in the UK yet. No.
You guys are so lucky that you have full lockdown. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
I wish. Holy crap.
Yeah, we're still working on convincing politicians that a pandemic is actually occurring.
I don't want to do the whole like oh, my suffering is worse than your suffering, like all of that, like all suffering is valid. This isn't a competition. Nothing, that's not what I'm trying to say. I will just say, apropos of nothing, that it would be so good if the US would even really seriously consider slowing down.
Or, you know, like, just acknowledging that, hey, people are getting sick. You know, that'd be nice.
People are getting homeless. Like,
that's, you know, would be nice.
All right.
And with that depressing.
Yeah.
So that's gonna do it for us.
Yeah.
We're
gonna be off tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow's our day off.
On Sunday we will be back. Probably Justin and I. Rusty may pop in and out. Justin and I will probably be back playing Monster Hunter. And then we will be back on Tuesday for Rusty's Mono Fire run.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Wednesday, Ian plays his egg run.
Yeah.
And then we will be back on Thursday.
Probably
doing some adventures. Probably Dynamax Adventures. We'll see.
I've been enjoying doing our shiny Mewtwo hunts.
Yeah, this has been fun.
It's been good. I wish I had known that we were going to do that. I would have not caught the Mewtwo.
I say that, Rusty.
We might actually be off next Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday is Thanksgiving, so we'll probably be sure.
Oh, yeah, next Thursday is Thanksgiving. Yeah, I think we should plan on not doing anything next Thursday.
Yeah, we're probably not going to be straight.
I'm probably going to be helping cook.
I'll probably.
Me too.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, so if that sounds interesting.
I'll be cooking Thanksgiving dinner for my parents who decided now was a good time to go on a vacation.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, everybody take care. Take care of yourselves, wear your masks, and pet your dogs.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Pet your cats, too.
All your animals. Pet everything.